This organization is absolutely the shining star example for advocates around the world. They organized approximately 1 year ago, and I will go through that. A little over a year ago, 12 Irish families discovered they had something in common. Their daughters all experienced new and debilitating medical conditions after the administration of Gardasil. Worse than that, no one seemed to be able to help them recover. So they decided to form an organization to try and solve the problem. Regret means reactions and effects of Gardasil resulting in extreme trauma. The organization was born. Their goals are simple. They want to find medical help to treat their daughters, and they intend to raise awareness of the vaccines and of the risks involved with HPV vaccines so others can make a fully informed choice regarding their use. Regret families have been very successful with the mainstream media. They have been lucky enough to find reporters who believe in them, support them, and feel an obligation to get the truth about what has happened to these families out in the public domain. They don't live in the United States, right? They have been able to share their stories with national newspapers. They have been able to give statistics and provide information on various health departments and their mishandling of the HPV vaccine crisis. The press in Ireland has not been afraid to print information about the apparent lack of concern on the part of health department officials for the health and well-being of these young Irish girls. Parents and daughters told their stories on radio, television, local, regional, national, and international levels. Anybody that would talk to them, anybody that would listen, they're there. They were even able to convince a major news station, TV3, to produce a documentary called Cervical Cancer Vaccine, Is It Safe? This documentary is available on YouTube. 22. Okay. All of this publicity raised Regret's public profile, resulting in a phenomenal growth in membership. They are nearly 1 year from being 12 people. They're nearly at 400. That's some pretty good devastation for a small country. The Regret Group has also been fortunate enough to find a great number of politicians who completely support their efforts. These politicians unanimously agree the issue crosses all party lines. Indeed, Regret parents have gathered support from members of many different parties, many of whom are working together to bring motions to the floor. Others are working quietly in the background to help individual parents get medical assistance, health, and educational support for their children. Not surprisingly, most of these political representatives are very angry with what has happened to the girls in Ireland, and even more angry that neither them nor their parents are being listened to by the people responsible for the health and well-being of the citizens of Ireland. Needless to say, the HPV vaccination program was a very hot topic before the recent general election. The one fly in the ointment for Regret has been their national health authorities. The agency so far has not acknowledged the possibility that any of the girls might be suffering from an adverse reaction to the vaccine. They have not assessed, investigated, or treated any of the affected girls, or even been willing to meet with them in public. They will not have a meeting with these girls and their families. On the contrary, in spite of the current situation with the girls, the national health authorities are actually trying to introduce the vaccine for boys. Why have Regret parents been so successful? Have they simply had extraordinary luck? No, I don't think so. The truth is, the media is a little more receptive there to telling things like they are rather than how they should be, but that's not the biggest asset they have. The biggest asset these parents have is their dedication. They absolutely will not give up. They will not give in, and they will not surrender. That's the kind of activism we need across the globe. Parents like Ireland. These are just a couple of the girls they're fighting for. One of their biggest concerns is that they've only hit the tip of the iceberg. They continue to work diligently to locate other survivors, but also to identify doctors, pharmacists, and other concerned medical professionals who will work with their daughters to determine the proper diagnosis and treatment protocols for them. They constantly monitor the airwaves to keep abreast of what is happening and going around the globe. I know this for a fact because I'm on the internet about 20 hours a day, and they are always there. These families will not give up. They're fighting for their children's future, and nothing is more important to them.